So let's talk about Steins Gate, but I'm not going to start with a typical intro. Nah, I'm diving right into it. Can you believe that a dude accidentally sends a text message to the past and causes a butterfly effect that ends up screwing over an entire timeline? Yeah, that's what happens when you let a mad scientist, Rintarou Okabe, mess around with time travel. It's a mess, and the best kind of mess at that. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Time travel. Again. Haven't we been here before with all the Back to the Future type stuff? Well, Steins Gate doesn't play by those rules. Fam Okabe is this brilliant, chaotic, sometimes overly dramatic guy who thinks he's a mad scientist but is actually the worst type of guy to have control over time. He ends up accidentally figuring out a way to send messages back in time via a microwave that, for some reason, turns bananas into a puddle of mush. Don't even ask me how that works. Anyway, this microwave, with a bit of tech and a dose of pure dumb luck, becomes the key to time travel. Genius, right? And here's the twist. The moment they start sending texts to the past, they mess with the whole fabric of the universe. You know, no big deal. It starts off innocent, sending messages, fixing things, being heroes, but then it gets real. Like real. If you've ever seen a story that escalates from 0 to 100 in the most dramatic way, Steins Gate is a definition of that. Now let's talk about one of the greatest unresolved questions here. Did Okabe ever truly fix things? Or did he just make everything worse? Seriously, at the end, you've got to wonder if time travel is just one big cycle of bad decisions. I mean, the dude goes from sending texts back in time to almost getting stuck in an alternate timeline where everyone he loves is wiped out. And let's not forget his ability to break down emotionally like every other episode. There's a point where you're just like, bro, get it together. We have time to fix this. Oh. And there's this one moment that makes no sense. The phone microwave. It can send stuff back in time, but you can't send anything too big. Seriously, that's like me trying to microwave a pizza, but only being able to cook half of it. They don't explain it, but they roll with it. Typical anime logic. And let's not even get started on the science. Half of it is borderline mad scientist nonsense, and the other half is stealthy genius. The show asks you to suspend all disbelief, and to be honest, you're probably not going to mind. The characters, the tension, the twists, it's so gripping that you kind of forgive all the weird science. But seriously, you're left thinking, how can anyone even begin to understand the consequences of messing with time like that? Then there's Karisume Keys, the quintessential tsundere genius scientist who actually knows more about the science behind time travel than Okabe, but somehow still lets him screw everything up. She's supposed to be this cold, calculated character, but just wait until you see her get emotional. You won't see it coming. Trust me, it gets intense. I have to give mad props to Steins Gate for managing to not just be about time travel, but also focusing on deep, emotional moments. It's not just about the physics of sending messages back and forth. It's about the personal sacrifices they make, the relationships that are ruined, and how these characters have to pick up the broken pieces of their past. And oh, the ending. Can we talk about the ending? It wrecks you, but in a good way. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but let's just say, Okabe may or may not fix everything, but you'll be left staring at the screen, asking yourself if you could have made a different choice. It's one of those anime that gives you so many what-ifs that you're left questioning your life choices. Honestly, Steins Gate is an anime that makes you think. It's got that perfect balance of mind-bending time travel, jaw-dropping plot twists, and characters that feel so real that you almost forget they're in an alternate reality. It's one of those shows that makes you wish you had a time machine, but also kind of scared to use it. Because let's be real, who needs a messed up timeline? If you like shows that make you question the very fabric of time, space, and your sanity, this is the one. Don't let the weirdly specific science stuff throw you off. This anime's worth every second of your time. Now, here's the real kicker. The next time someone says time travel doesn't work like that, you know where to send them.